Good day, students! Welcome in our science class. I feel so happy because you're able to attend in our science class today. But before we start our lesson, how about we introduce ourselves first? My name is Teacher May. Teacher May. M-A-U. May. How about you? What is your name? Wow! What a beautiful name! Again, my name is Teacher May. As we start our lesson, you must always remember our two classroom reminders. The first one is, you must always have your eyes on your screen. You must not wander your eyes around because you will get distracted and you will never get to learn in our class today. And that is not good, okay? So you must always have your eyes on your screen. Number 2, you must always listen attentively to what the teacher is saying. I am the teacher and you are the student. The student must always listen attentively to their teachers. So that is our two classroom reminders. Did you get it, kids? Very good. Now we will be having a short experiment. Are you excited to experiment? Of course, we are all excited. For us to start the experiment, let's say the magic word first. The magic word is this: Abracadabra! Can you do it? Okay, let's say it together, okay? Abracadabra! We will be calling this experiment as the hanger balance scale. In this experiment, we will be having two different objects that we'll put in the scale. And you have to tell me which object is light and which object is heavy. Let us start our experiment by having these first objects. On the right side, we have a small size of book, while on the left side, we have a big size of book. We will put these books on this scale at the same time. Now that we have put these books already, which among these books is heavy? Can you tell me? That's right. The book that is heavy is the big size of book, while the small size of book is light. Nice try. Let's have the next object. On the right side, we have the 3 ping pong balls, while on the left side, we have the 3 paper balls. Now, let us try to find out which among these objects are heavy and light. Are the 3 ping pong balls heavy? Of course not. The 3 ping pong balls are light. Thus, the 3 paper balls on the left side are the one who are heavy. Good job, kids! For the last object, we have cotton on the right side while stone on the left side. Among these objects, is stone heavy or light? Of course, it is heavy. The stone is heavy, while the cotton is light. Great job, kids! Again, we have this small size of book as light, while the big size of book as heavy. And we have the 3 ping pong balls as light and the 3 paper balls as heavy. And for the last one, we have the cotton that is light and a stone that is heavy. We did a great job on finding the objects that are heavy and light. And because of that, let us all give ourselves ang galing clap. And this is how it works. Ang galing. Ang galing. Ang galing-galing. Again. Ang galing. Ang galing. Ang galing-galing. Now, have you ever wondered why these objects are light and heavy? I am wondering what is the reason behind that. The reason why there are objects that are light and heavy is because of what we call mass. What? Mass? Teacher, is that the thing we always do inside the church? No. Of course not. The mass that I am talking about is all about science. In science, we define mass as the measurement of how much matter an object contains. For example, when we have placed the two different sizes of book, we have found out that the small size of book is light, while the big size of book is heavy. Let's try to measure their amount of mass. The small size of book is light because it has less than amount of mass, while the big size of book is heavy because it has more than amount of mass. That is why the small size of book goes up in the scale while the big size of book goes down in the scale. Another example, the cotton has less than amount of mass, while the stone has more than amount of mass. That is why the cotton in the scale goes up, while the stone in the scale goes down. Objects that has less than amount of mass is what we call light, while the objects that has more than amount of mass is what we call heavy. That is the difference between light and heavy. Did you get it, kids? Light and heavy has its own classification. For example, we have this beach ball, balloon, and feather. As you can see, these objects contain less than amount of mass. But can we tell that these objects are different with each other? Let's try to find out. Using this application Jamboard, we will be able to identify the classifications of light and heavy. First, we have this mass as our main topic for today. We have defined that mass can be light and heavy. Next, as we look around in our surroundings, we can see objects that are light, but also there are some objects that can be called as lighter and lightest. That is why we have light, lighter, and lightest. Also, in objects that are heavy, we can have heavier and heaviest. That is why we have heavy, heavier, and heaviest. Now that we have found out the light, lighter, lightest, and heavy, heavier, and heaviest, let us go back to our example. We have the beach ball, balloon, and feather. Let's try to classify these objects. The beach ball is light because it has less mass. The balloon is lighter because the amount of mass of the balloon is less than the amount of mass of the beach ball. And the last one, we have the feather as the lightest of the three because it has little mass. That is why we have the beach ball as the light, the balloon as the lighter, and the feather as the lightest. Let's try to have another example. We have a family of dragon here, which are the baby dragon, the brother dragon, and the father dragon. Let's try to classify this family of dragon. The baby dragon is heavy because it has more than amount of mass. The brother dragon is heavier because the amount of mass of the brother dragon is more than the amount of mass of baby dragon. The father dragon is the heaviest because it has the greater amount of mass. And that is how we classify the objects in light, lighter, lightest, and heavy, heavier, heaviest. I have a trivia for you kids. Do you know that we can see the importance of mass in our daily life activities? Yes, that is true. I will give some examples to prove it to you. Who among you tried to lift up a bucket of water? When we try to lift up a bucket of water, we usually get tired and feel body pain, especially in our muscles. One of the reasons behind that is because the bucket is filled with water and the amount of mass is heavy. How can we make ourselves comfortable in lifting up the bucket of water if it is heavy? It is so simple. All we need to do is to decrease the amount of mass that the bucket has by spilling out some of the water from the bucket. And Viola, the bucket will be lighter than before. You can never feel body pain and we will be able to feel comfortable in lifting up the bucket of water. Another example is when you are playing seesaw with your friend. When your weight is lighter than your friend, you get to be lifted up in the seesaw. But if your friend is heavier than yours, you will have a hard time trying to lift up your friend in the seesaw. And that will be your problem. How can you solve your problem? It is so simple. All you need to do is to have a partner that has the same average of your weight so that both of you will be able to enjoy playing the seesaw. And that is how important mass is in our daily life activities. It helps us to learn measurement and be aware of the amount of mass that the object contains. Now, do you want to explore the mass? Okay, let us try again the hanger balance scale. But this time, I want you to try it yourself even if you are at home. Ask for the guidance of your parents or someone who is with you right now. All you have to bring is a hanger and a cup or a plate or a bucket whereon you can place the objects later and a rope. Now, do you have all the things beside you? Okay, let's start to build our hanger balance scale. Ask for the guidance. All you have to do is to tie the cup or the plate or the bucket that you have with your rope, then attach it in the end of the hanger. Okay? Did you get it? That's right, you are doing great. After that, you can place your hanger balance scale in the doorknob or in anything that you can use to to hang your hanger balance scale. Now that you have your own hanger balance scale, try to have different objects that has different amount of mass, then try to put it in your scale. I will give you a 1 minute to explore your hanger balance scale. Okay kids, time is up. Now, I will ask you some questions. Did you enjoy the activity? How was your experience in exploring your own hanger balance scale? Okay, that's good. Do you feel thrilled? Or will you feel amazed on how objects were scaled? That's good. I am so happy that you have enjoyed our activity. Now, let's try to recap of what we have learned in our science class today. We have learned that mass is the measurement of how much matter an object contains. Mass can be light or it can be heavy. For example, the leaves are light because it has less than amount of mass, while the branches of trees are heavy because it has more than amount of mass. We have also learned the classifications of light and heavy, which are the light, lighter, lightest, and heavy, heavier, and heaviest. We have also learned the importance of mass in our daily life activities. For example, when you play clay, we usually cut it for us to form shape. And when we cut the clay, the amount of mass become less. And that is why it will be called as light. But if we add another clay, the amount of mass will be increased. And that will be called as heavy. And that is how we use mass in our daily life activities. Did you get it, kids? Very good. Okay, let's try to have a short exercise. Are you ready? All you have to do is to check whether the object is light or heavy. I will give you a few minutes to answer this, okay? Okay, students, you must always remember the importance of mass in our daily life activities. because it will help us to learn measurement and become aware of their amount of mass. And because of that, let us all give ourselves ang galing clap! Ang galing! Ang galing! Ang galing-galing! Very good! Again, I am so happy that you are able to attend our science class today. And you must always remember the importance of math in our daily life activities. Again, my name is Teacher May, and thank you for watching. Goodbye!